Check out the latest issue of Vagabond Travel Photography magazine for your iPad and iPhone. You'll see pictures of the Dalai Lama in India. It's for your iPad and iPhone. Go to the link below. Suddenly, I found myself in an alternate universe. Check out the latest issue of Vagabond on India with photographs of the Dalai Lama at the link below in the iTunes store. Good morning, everyone. This is Callie with your explosion update. It's January 3rd, 2013. A Warden, Illinois home was under renovation when it exploded early this morning. The explosion was heard across several Illinois counties. Debris is everywhere in the 7900 block of Possum Hill Road after a house exploded around 1 a.m. this morning. No one was injured in the explosion, and further details have not been released. 2 employees are recovering from major burns after a boiler exploded at a middle school in Annapolis Wednesday morning. Authorities say a medevac was originally called to the Bates School to transport burn victims, but was waved off after the pair responded to medical personnel. No students were injured in the explosion, which occurred shortly after 9 a.m. The school sustained minor, non-structural damage in the explosion. And just the day before, we had 2 workers, 2 young men, who were killed in a boiler explosion in Bruna, India. Aged 20 and 23. They worked at the boiler section and died in the blast that occurred at a cotton factory on January 1st. A tank fire is still burning 5 days after it destroyed an eastern Montana oil recycling plant. Wibaugh Fire Chief Brian Nelson said he's not sure what's inside the tank truck to keep it burning since Saturday's explosion. The firefighters have poured foam down the tanker's vents. They did that Tuesday and have failed to extinguish the blaze. And now the plan is just to let it burn until it burns completely out. The explosion injured 3 workers as the contents of the tanker were being pumped into a custom carbon processing saltwater disposal and oil reclamation facility. The Alberta, Canada-based owner, Green Oasis Environmental Incorporated has not made any public statements on the fire or injuries. There are conflicting reports coming out of Iran as of yesterday about an explosion in Isfahan. This is very close to the country's nuclear facilities. Residents are saying that they've heard an explosion. Officials say that they've received no reports about an explosion or its cause. A house on North Maple Street exploded Monday after a propane gas leak, killing the homeowner. Teresa Kirsch suffered serious burns and had to be taken to the Minnesota burn unit on New Year's Eve, where she later died. Investigators are warning others about the deadly consequences of a gas leak. A number of reports were coming into the Lisson County, California Sheriff's Department yesterday. Reports of smoke being seen just west of Hallelujah Junction. Witnesses say they heard an explosion and saw a plume of black smoke. What investigators found was a cab-over camper that had exploded and caught fire while two men were on a hunting trip. Humboldt Bay Fire Department responded to reports of an explosion and fire in the 1300 block of Bay Street off Myrtle Avenue. Once on the scene, they found light smoke coming from the resident and one victim inside. Firefighters rescued the man and tried to save his two dogs after the explosion. The man was unhurt, but both dogs died in the fire. This report comes out of Beijing, China this morning. A subsidiary of a state-owned railway company covered up a tunnel explosion that killed 8 people and injured 5 on Christmas Day. The explosion in a railway tunnel that was under construction was covered up and has just now been released. And last this morning, the residents of western Worcester County in the town of Warren, Massachusetts were relieved to learn that the loud explosions that they heard Saturday night was not a gas explosion. The fire chief told media that the blast people heard was that of a snowplow air tank being pierced. Their concerns came from a low-level gas leak on the Main Street area where some 200 families live. Just to be on the safe side, the fire chief said he checked with National Grid. The utility confirmed there had not been a gas explosion, nor there had been an increase in gas leakage that has existed for several years. Everyone, stay safe and have a great day.